Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage here of the DirtFair.com and World of Thunder Racing League. Tonight, it is now the final race on the program. It is the 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Yes, we are staying here, right here in Barbersville, Florida, right at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Qualifying on the program right now. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Jesse Pate. Jesse, we move into qualifying at the moment. And now it's the 410 Sprint Cars, as they've got an opportunity to put on a show for the fans here tonight.
That's right, Brett. We've seen a couple of good races here tonight on World of Thunder iRacing League, and looking forward to some lightweight cars and some open wheels buzzing their way around this circuit as we get ready for our fourth event here on Ultimate Dirt TV tonight.
All right, the Black Diamond Motorsports JZR Racing Photos 1X machine. It is Mason Hannigan in the 1X on track right now. We'll see what kind of lap time he can do. He goes quick time with a 13.338. Trevor Royer for Black Diamond Motorsports as well in caliber 90 on the racetrack. He will get one opportunity or qualifying, one lap and 30. This will be the 37th car to take a time. We've got about 41, 42 drivers signed into the pit area for tonight. Trevor Royer, he goes fourth quick with a 13.377. James Gray sits second. Brett Makowski will sit third. Royer fourth. Harry Stewart rounding out the top five. And that will be qualifying done and dusted. We'll move into some heat racing action. It looks like we're going to have 5 heat races on the program for tonight. And well, what better way to go heat racing action. Heat race number 1. 10 laps on the board. Let's go and take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Mason Hannigan in the 1X will start on pole. Let's hopefully that he's going to be having enough fuel in the race car. In fact, it's not even race fuel. Let's hopefully he doesn't finish 9 out of the 10 laps and realise that there's still 1 lap left. He will start P1. Richie Preston going to start position number 2. Peyton Grease out of position 3. Alex Studinger lines up out of position 4. Chris Fisher will roll off position 5. Ty Williams going to roll off position 6. Scott King scheduled to roll off out of position 7. Shane Yates out of position 8. And if they make it in, Brandon Steele and Kayla King going to roll off positions number 9 and 10. What's the odds that he doesn't make that mistake again?
Yeah, I mean, I reckon it's Mason Hannigan's race to lose today. He's sitting nice and pretty in that top spot on our first heat, and he's got his work cut out for him. All he has to do is remember to keep his right foot down.
He's got to do that for 10 laps, not 9.
Yeah, I know it cramps up, it gets sore, Hannigan, but you can hang in there. Just keep that right foot planted for just a little bit longer.
All right, heat race number 1 here at the DirtFair.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. After this, in about 2 hours' time, I'm going to be live once again. But we're going to take we're going to borrow the World of Thunder jet plane. We're going to go out to Fairbury Speedway for the Wings Only Racing League. 410 Winged Sprint Cars at Fairbury. And then I'll get to finally, after that one's done, I guess I can have a break for about 3 or 4 hours. Might even catch up on some Z's, and later on tonight, my time, Australian time, at about 9:30, I think it is. I'll be covering some more. Actually, I don't even know what I'm covering, actually. All I know is I'm being told I've got a broadcast. So that'll be about 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning in US Eastern Time.
Yeah, alarm set.
Alarm set. We are set for green flag action. Mason Hannigan and Richie Preston on the front row. Who will start, or who will get the job done in heat race number 1? Mason Hannigan. Well, if he wins this one, he's going to start P6 in tonight's main event, because he is the points leader coming into this one. Peyton Grease immediately throwing the slide job on Preston into turn number 1 and 2. Wheel to wheel down into turns 3 and 4. Grease going to fight back on the inside, but Preston holds on to the second spot. Grease looking for the right rear, but Studinger and help on the inside. That was close from Grease.
Yeah, Studinger looking to get up in that third spot and hold on to it. There's 3 transfer spots for these heats tonight, so there's only going to be 3 spots moving on. And right now, Grease has that is sitting in that hot seat, that 4th spot. Studinger now, as these guys trade places for that 3rd spot, trying to get up into our feature.
Yeah, the top three are going to move straight into the main event. Everybody else will go through to the to one of two B mains, I think it is here on the program for tonight. The Studinger has got the third and final transfer spot on lockdown. Grease tried to cut it down to the low side on the exit of turn 4, but drove right through the slick slide job on Studinger. Studinger turns underneath him right front to left rear. Not often you see that kind of contact. And just be careful, boys, because if you make too many mistakes, Chris Fisher's going to be there to pounce. Oh, look out, Fisher into the inside wall.
Yeah, Fisher going to collect, looks like Ty Williams there. Yeah, two drivers coming together, one flipping off the side of the track as now it is Alex Studinger that has made his way up into that P3 spot comfortably as these drivers get sorted out towards the end of this heat race.
3 laps left to run, Mason. 3 to run, not 2. Let's make that very clear for the driver of the Black Diamond Motorsports 1X machine. In fact, let's take a look at our Black Diamond Motorsports onboard cameras right now as we go into turn number 3 and 4. Hannigan has just got 2 more circuits to go to get and start tonight's main event from position number 6.
Yeah, that's right. Reversing the grid orders based on points, so the winner of this heat right here doesn't actually get to finish on the first spot. They'll get shuffled around a little bit based on points. But Richie Preston in second, Alex Studinger back up in third position, and Grease rounding out the fourth spot. Looks like he's going to be moving on to a B.
Mason Hannigan will be victorious in the opening heat of the night. Richie Preston home in second, Alex Studinger in third, Peyton Grease home in fourth. Then we go back to a bit of daylight back in position 5, but that will be Ty Williams, I believe, or yeah, Ty Williams, Shane Yates, Scott King, and Chris Fisher. There we go, Mason Hannigan. He does an extra lap.
Distance.
He does an extra lap to be safe.
I don't think he's going to let off the gas right now. I think he heard me.
Yes, making sure that he completed 10 laps and not 9. That was a bit of a facepalm moment there from the 1X machine. And yeah, copped a bit of slack last week from me after that one.
Yeah, we had a little bit of fun at his expense, I think.
We always have fun here on Ultimate Dirt TV. This is why we are number 1. We've got the most followers on Facebook over any other broadcasting company. We just always set trends. Heat race number 2, cars on the racetrack. Why don't you go through and take us through our starting grid?
All right. In P1, we have James Grace in the 269 machine with Kevin Hanley on his outside in the 110 machine. In the second row, we have David Hallaw in the 31 machine with Mike Keegan in the 92 machine to his outside. Chad Sainsbury not gridding in the 96 machine in P5 with Josh Flood on his outside in the number 7 machine. Your fourth row is going to be Dakota Dillon in the 39 machine with Chris Vogel in the number 2 machine. And position 9 will be Travis Oldfield, who did not grid. And position 10 will be Justin Lemon.
Keep an eye on Mike Keegan as well. Outside your second row, position number 4, the 92. Runs the orange and white machine. And we'll take a look at his car. It'll have a big X on the wing. There it is. For Team SETI, Mac Fabin World, Wicked Cushion, Team SETI X Machine. Josh Flood in the FRC, the Flood Racing Components. Number 7, he'll be in action with the 410s for at the Fairbury Speedway. Green flag set to fly. James Grace and Kevin Hanley. Green flag is out.
Quick on his tail, and Mike Keegan rounding out the top 3. Josh Flood in that 4th position with this looks like Kevin Hanley throwing it on the inside. He's not going to be able to get it done, and Flood's going to hang on to that 4th position as the rest of the field gets sorted out. One driver flipping around violently. That is Justin Lemon in the back. He's collected it up and is moving again. James Grace still leading the field coming out of turn 4 with David Hallaw and Mike Keegan following along in suit in 1, 2, and 3. These drivers really sorted out and starting to get comfortable running everybody on that high line. James Grace has a big slider here coming from Hallaw and James Grace as they go too wide in the back stretch. And David Hawes looks like he's going to be able to edge it out on turn 4, get in front of Grace. Is Grace going to throw another slider? Yes, he is. They're going to be trading back and forth here for the lead position. Hollow now back into second spot. James Grace looks like he's going to be able to hold that low line and hang on to that first spot as Mike Keegan looks to challenge for that second spot as Grace gets holding up Hollow here as Hollow goes down on the low line, holds up Grace. Just sliders back and forth here between the first 2 positions.
Sorry about that. James Grace is your race leader down into 1 and 2. Keegan got some big dramas in the 92 machine. He's going to fall back and he'll exit back to pit road on the virtual hook. But tell you what, Floody in the 7 machine, he's got to hold on to that the third and final transfer position. Kevin Hanley in the 110 machine. He is closing on the heels of that 7 machine, but Hanley goes to the top side. We'll see this track get very slick by the time we even start the feature event. It's certainly going to be throttle controlled at an all-time high.
Yeah, I see a lot of drivers sticking to that outside line and a lot of moves being thrown early on. A lot of slider lines going out, and I mean, we just saw a lot of back and forth driving between those first 2 of Grace and Hala. So, I mean, we're already seeing that this track is extremely racy tonight.
Yeah, into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. James Grace victorious, David Hallett in second. Josh Flood third, Hanley fourth. Dakota Dillon, Chris Vogel, Justin Lemon and Mike Keegan. The 8 cars there in heat race number 2.
Yeah, so good performance by those 2 in the front, Grace and Hala, at staying out of each other's way and giving us a good competitive race with a lot of trade backs. It's always fun to watch.
Right, heat race number 3 here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Brett Mikowski will start on pole alongside him for Slick Sim Sports. Tyler Ducharme going to start position number 2. Position 3 will be Devin Butts. At a position number 4, it'll be Miles Jansen. Lining up inside row number 3, position 5, Eric Tupper will start alongside Bryce Lucius. At a position number 6, Tyler Matheny will start position 7. Kendall Tucker in the 00 machine will start position number 8. Then we go back to Noah Sovacool. That almost sounds like a bodged up name.
Yeah, I'm curious what the etymology there is. I wonder what racing club he's out of. Sovacool. I don't think I've ever heard a surname like that.
No, but it's certainly Sovacool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Could always
nice smooth name there.
I'm going to take a line here off Steve. It could almost sound like a bit of a drug.
Oh no!
Hey,
is that a Steveism?
That's I like that Steveism. Geez, we're making up words here.
Oh, you know me. I mean, we've already been down this road. I'm allowed to make up words. I have the license. It's a creative license. I made it myself with crayons.
Yeah, I haven't quite got to the crayon stage just yet. I've still got the chalk and the chalkboard.
They give it to you with your diploma.
Ah, yeah. See, that's no hope of getting to me. All right, heat number 3, Mikowski and Ducharme on the front row. 10 laps on the board. Heat 3, the DirtFan.com 410 Sprint Car Series, and Ducharme got an absolute Barry Crocker of a start. As Jansen now going to move into 3rd spot, then Tyler Ducharme, well, he's going to have his work cut out for him. Oh, look at the daily double slider, sorry.
Yeah, no, Ducharme quickly back up in that P2 spot, showing that he is raw talent and he is going to take what is his. You know, what a recovery from such a terrible start. Yeah, Tyler Ducharme leading in P2. Brett in the 73 machine leading the field. Tyler Ducharme with a decent gap back with Devin Butts on his rear, looking in the rearview mirror. He's got a little bit of a gap. One car off on the exit, and Lucius completely out of this race. Car destroyed. Butts still hanging tight onto Ducharme, looking for a chance around, and it looks like he's going to go on the low line. And ooh, yeah, was that Ducharme getting up into the wall there? That
was definitely Ducharme, and now he's going to put the slider back on Devin Butts. As now there goes Miles Jansen. Jansen now on the top side, but Ducharme, geez, he is throwing it in deep right now. Tyler Matheny as well, putting it to Devin Butts. That was a That was a wild couple of laps there for Tyler Ducharme.
It's been a wild heat here. I mean, just from start to finish. I mean, like, I'm having a hard time keeping up with what's going on. These cars are moving so fast up and down this track. And the car control from Ducharme is just incredible to watch here.
It really is. That 25 Slick Sim Sports JDR graphics, down under graphics of Ducharme. Again, he's got a pro license in the sprint cars, and this will be a good tune-up for him for tomorrow night. I don't even know where they go to tomorrow night, but no doubt that he'll look to put the 25 in the big dance tomorrow. But right now, he's looking to put these 25 in the big dance tonight. Does Miles Jansen now. Going to move to the inside. Jansen going to throw the slider into 1 and 2. And now here comes Tyler Matheny looking for third on Ducharme.
Yeah, I mean, just a really tight gap and from P2 on back. This field looking really racy. The number 73 machine of Brett Michalski just really confident with that 2.5 to almost 3 second gap now to P2. So he's comfortably gone in P1.
Yeah, here we get the win. Brett Michalski in first. Miles Jansen second. Tyler Ducharme to round out the top 3. Tyler Matheny in 4th. Devin Butts 5th. Noah Sovacool and Kendall Tucker in 6th and 7th. Eric Tupper in 8th. And Bryce Lucius, after taking a wild ride in turn number 3 and 4, will come home in the 9th position. Heat race number 4. These heats are rolling through very, very quickly here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Let's go trackside. Take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Out of P1, we have Trevor Royer in the number 90 machine with Trey Schmidt on his outside in the number 14. In position 3, we have Dave Bureau III in the 22 machine, and in the 33 machine to his side, Scott Holt. In the 5th position, we have Tyler LaPonte in the 123 machine with Jarrett Bolliard in the 97 next to him. And in P7, we have McLean Budon in the 17 machine with David Heilman on his outside in the 21 machine. And rounding out the field, we have Russell Berry in the 084. So just watching the drivers get gridded up here and getting ready to start rolling behind the pace car for heat race number 4 out of 5 here at Volusia Speedway with the winged sprint cars.
Have you heard of DB3 imaging?
DB3 imaging, what is that?
Well, that is.
Well, you know what? Let me interrupt y'all because since I got myself rimmed a new one for not being a supporter, I did pay my $4.99 subscription, and I am now a badge supporter. And all y'all watching at home, why don't you do the same thing? And Brett, tell them what to do.
Well, look, I don't know what to do. I'm not a supporter of my own channel. I automatically get a supporter's badge because I own the thing. But how did you pay for it, Steve?
I paid it by Apple Pay on phone.
Yeah, and how did you do it? Where did you go to?
I was in the chat and I hit the sub and it just said purchase and I clicked on that button.
So I'll tell you what, I just went to facebook.com here and I searched up Ultimate Dirt TV. And there's a nice blue button right here that says become a supporter. And I'm gonna click that right now. I'm gonna see where it takes me.
Well, you know what? We're fixing to go green flag racing, guys. Take it away.
I think he's gone. I was gonna say I think Steve should have done this heat. You know what? I'm gonna drag him back down and hope he's not talking. Steve, why don't you do this heat for us?
All right, you want me to do the heat race?
You know what? Let's improvise on the fly. Let's go.
Steve, Beijing Steve.
I'm in I was in race control. Green flag is out. Woo, look at Trevor Royer going. Let's see here. Since I got to do this on the fly, let me get on the camera. Trevor Royer completes lap number 1 as your leader. Look at Trey Schmidt in that second spot. Car number 22. Trying to chase down your current race leader of Trevor Royer. Trevor Royer starts to pull away in. Out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway to complete lap number 2 of 10 laps. So far in third place is Dave J. Barrow. The third, currently in the final transfer spot to the A main. Jarrett Bolliard currently in the 4th spot. And McLean in 5th. Scott Holt in 6th. And David Heilman in 7th. Russell Berry in 8th. And Tyler LaPointe in 9th. Meanwhile, back up front, you're going to look at Trevor Royer continue to lead as he knocks off the laps as he just completed 4 out of 10. Right now, you're looking at the battle of Jarrett Bulliard. He's currently in 4th spot, trying to get into a final transfer. He has to pass the 22 car of Dave Burrow. And look, right. Stop any time. Well, you know what? We're going to keep on going. As, Trey Schmidt, the car number 22, be coming out on turn number 4, trying to chase down your race leader. Trevor Royer closes in the gap as they go into turn number 1. Running the high side on exit turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. We complete lap number 7. We got 3 laps to go here with the DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprintcars Heat Race number 4. Trevor Royer goes into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go for Trevor Royer in the 90 Black Diamond Motorsports. Trey Schmidt tried everything he can to take that spot, but cannot do it. White flag in air. One more lap for Trevor Royer in the Black Diamond Motorsports car number 90. Jarrett Bulliard still in that 4th spot. Really tight there on the exit. David Allman in 5th. Coming to the checker flag. Your winner. It's going to be Trevor Royer. Trey Schmidt in 2nd. David Barrero the 3rd. In 3rd, Jarrett Bulliard in 4th. David Allman in 5th. McLean in 6th. Scott Holt in 7th. Russell Berry in 8th. And Tyler LaPointe in 9th.
Oh.
All right, guys. Y'all could do heat race number 5. How about that?
I'll tell you what, that sounds like a fair deal. Thank you.
All right, that's how it's done.
See, improvising on the fly. I'll tell you what, Steve, we'll drag you back up. And don't forget, you can use the correct push to talk button up in your own race control channel, all right?
Hey, you know what? I was telling them live on the inside the game.
What's going
Don't worry
on?
about watching Ultimate DSV. Steve's just going to do it from in-game.
Right.
Yeah, sound guy got some cables patched wrong. Sorry, something got crossed. And then, announcers and the driver's comms. It was confusing. Good job.
All right, your Ultimate Dirt TV starter grid starts right now.
See, look at that. Perfect.
All
On
right.
point.
In P1, we have Harry Stewart in the number 11 machine with Jeffrey Herrick in the 49 machine to his outside. Glenn Reinhardt and John Lepresto in the 2nd row in the 19 and 157 machines. In position 5, we have Brian Johnson in the 121 and Brett Rowles to his outside in the 44 machine. In row 6, we have Nathan Zelski. No, I've lost it in the past hour. I've lost it.
Kropajeski.
I'm looking for the J and I don't see it. So that's why I'm losing
That's
it.
what he told me.
All right, in the 420 machine, Nathan Kropajeski in position 7 with Timothy Smith in the number 37 machine in P8, and rounding out the field, we have Brian Hubert in the 20 machine. So Harry Stewart leading the field around the back stretch right now in appears to be that bright red winged sprint car standing out from the rest of the field.
Yeah, that's the Trevor Green Motorsports Adroad Radiators Lewiston Haulage number 4 machine. So heading out, he's going to lead us to the drop of the green flag. Heat race number 5, Stewart. Got a good start over Glenn Reinhardt, who now sits in 2nd. 3rd is going to be Brian Johnson. But here comes Jeffrey Herrick peeking down to the inside, looking for the slide job. Oh, contact Herrick around. Upside down, John Lepresto. He gets through that one as well, but Harry Stewart will lead the opening lap.
That's right. Glenn Reinhardt letting a gap for him for Stewart. He's got his work cut out for him. Already a 2nd formed. Up to Stewart. He's just going to have to sit and hang on to his P2 spot. I don't think he's going to be able to challenge as Brian Johnson and Brett Rowles fight over that P3 spot, that last transfer spot. Looks like they've found a little bit of a rhythm now, but let's see if Rowles can take a fight to Johnson again.
Well, he's got 6 laps, make that 7 laps to do it, to try and get into the show here tonight. But again, if he doesn't, it'll be in a good starting position for the number 17 of Brett Rowles in tonight's B main. But again, you don't want to be starting in the B main because otherwise it could potentially be a long way to get into the back of tonight's main event. But the B main winner is going to start from position number 16, position 16 and 17 anyway.
Yeah, I mean, getting into that first couple of podium spots in your heat race is going to be your best ticket into getting a good finishing spot in the feature race. Going through the B mains is not ideal. That's not what you want to be doing. That's a good way to get caught up in some incident that you had no involvement in, and just getting caught up in having your race ruined for no reason. You need to be at the sharp part of the grid to secure good points and finishing position.
Reinhardt is struggling big time right now. He's lost second and now he's lost third, but he regains third back over Brett Rolls. So Reinhardt in the white machine. This time he'll go downstairs through turn number 1 and 2. He'll lose the spot. He had contact with the inside concrete wall. He was trying to show it some loving on the inside as Rolls. Now around the outside, you can see the difference in the wing angle. Look at the difference between Brett Rolls and 17. Look how flat, look how forward it is compared to how tugged back that top wing is on the white number 19 machine of Glenn Reinhardt. But the final lap into turn number 3, Harry Stewart for Trevor Green Motorsports and the Ad-Road Radiators. Number 11, he will get the job done. How about the battle through second through to fifth? Johnson edges out Rolls. Reinhardt just edging out Lepresto for 4th and 5th. Kropajeski home in 6th, 7th Hubert, Jeffrey Herrick and Tim Smith back there in positions number 8 and 9. And now, is this our only B main of the night, or have we got a second one?
iRacing showing me 2 B mains, but like you said, that might change.
No, because we're rolled over to the B main service now, so let me take a good old Captain Cook. Yeah, no, definitely 2 B mains. 12 laps the distance, and the top 4 will move into the back of tonight's main event. Starting on pole in car 55, that'll be Peyton Grease, who is outside. Tyler Matheny out of position number 2. Glenn Reinhardt will refuel the car back up and start position 3. Dakota Dillon out of position number 4. David Hardeman lines up out of position 5. Shane Yates out of position 6. Noah Sovacool out of position 7. Nathan Kropajeski out of position number 8. 9th is going to be Justin Lemon and Scott Holt will start position number 10. Chris Fisher out of position 11. Eric Tupper out of position 12. Timothy Smith will line up out of 13th. Chad Sainsbury will start position number 14th. Tyler Lapointe out of position 15th. Kayla King scheduled to start position number 16.
All right, so 12 laps is the distance, a little bit longer, coming off 10-lap heats. So these drivers are going to have to keep it together for 2 more laps around for the finish of these B mains.
Yes, top 4 is where you need to be. Everybody else, well, bragging rights, pack it up on the trailer, and we'll see you potentially next week, or depending on if they want to take a quick virtual trip out to Fairbury Speedway for the Wings Only Racing League. And again, that'll happen at 12:30 Eastern. The server launches, and we go live at a couple of minutes to 1 a.m. in the morning Eastern time for that 410 race at Fairbury. It's been a good past showing over the past sort of 5 to 6 weeks that we've been doing that one, but Monday's so busy for us here at Ultimate Dirt TV. And I say Monday because it's Monday where I am, but Sunday night / Monday is so very, very busy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still sitting here on Sunday in good old Alabama, Roll Tide country.
Roll Tide roll, right? Exactly what these drivers are doing right now.
Ain't that right?
Just waiting on the feature race points redraw to happen. So it looks like row 1 is going to be Brett Makowski and Trevor Royer. Row 2, once Steve decides to type that one out, he'll let us know, but yeah, Makowski and Roy will be the front row. But this B main, Peyton Grease and Tyler Matheny, 12 on the board, top 4 going to go through. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. There's Peyton Grease stands on the fun pedal, and we are underway.
Wow, a lot of chaos there on that start. Cars around. I'm thinking that there's some nasty bumps on that front stretch because I think the entirety of that outside line slammed the wall as they got on the gas.
Well, it's very difficult, this kind of track, because once you come out of turn 4, you can't just smash the throttle. It is slick. And with these 900 horsepower sprint cars, you know, with 900 horsepower at your disposal at the rear tyres, you cannot just stamp the throttle and expect to do what it does in a super late model or something like that. It's totally different. You've got to feather these cars. Yeah.
It just rotates around, and like that big old tire is just digging in on that traction and just points the car at the wall. Like all like four of the front runners up there on that outside line that had that happen to them, they just saw a bunch of paint on that wall right now. A lot of rubber.
All right, so going back to the A main starting positions, the top 3 rows, top 6 drivers from the heat winners and the guys that finished second in a couple of the heats. Brett Mikowski and Trevor Royer, row 1. Row 2 going to be Harry Stewart and Richie Preston. Row 3 is going to be James Grace and Mason Hannigan, of no surprise. But this is tonight's first of 2 B mains. The lights are out on the racing.com pace track, and well, caution laps not counting in this B main like we had in the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, we've just barely gotten started here and already got some caution laps thrown, so hopefully that doesn't continue on for the rest of the night. Hopefully we'll get some good green flag runs in, but these drivers really itching to get going and looking to put their cars up front, so we'll stick around. Yep. Grease leading the field off with Heilman behind him. It's a single file restart, so hopefully these guys can get green for a little while as Matheny follows up in P3 and Reinhardt and Sovacool fighting over the P4 spot going into turns 3 and 4. Sovacool throwing out the wide line there, I believe. Tyler Matheny moving up into P4 and Reinhardt into P3. Grease still in P2 and Heilman leading the field with a comfortable P1. Grease, big gap between P2 and P3 as Grease and Heilman just leave the rest of the pack behind. Reinhardt and Fisher Smith are all fighting over that P3 spot.
Yeah, Fisher in the 5 machine into position 3 at the moment. Glenn Reinhardt, the 19, working on the low side. We've seen him in the last heat race, so he knows exactly what the track's like. He would have made some necessary adjustments on that Tony Stewart Racing number 19 entry. As again, he's now looking at Tim Smith in the 37 machine. He's having some pressures. You can barely see that car from a distance. White and yellow. Good colour combination, but God, it's so hard to read.
Yeah, some things play better in the engine than others, but yeah, that car definitely has a unique look to it. A couple of cars out here have a bit difficulty spotting on this dark surface, as these cars are a little bit smaller than those dirt late models that we've been watching today.
Yeah, a lot faster and a lot more entertaining, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll throw a jab out there. I'll start it early.
Ouch.
Yeah. And now watching Timothy Smith in the 37 machine work on the top side of the racetrack into turn number 1 and 2. Excuse me. We've got the lap and a half to run. The race leader out in front, David Holloman for Slick Sim Sports and Wicked Energy. Gum will now find himself just a couple of turns away. He's just absolutely ripping the top side of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. He'll dive it down low down into turn number 3. Will stay glued to the bottom side, or try to anyway. David Holloman wins B main number 1. Peyton Grease home in 2nd. Chris Fisher 3rd. Timothy Smith going to come home 4th. Then we go back to Glenn Reinhardt in 5th. Noah Sovacool in 6th. Dakota Dillon, Eric Tupper, Justin Lemon, Tyler Lapointe rounds out the top 10. And that's all for bragging rights at the moment there for 5th Thomback. We're joined by the voice of World of Thunder and Ultimate Dirt TV 2. Stephen, where are we at?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. How do we subscribe again?
I don't know. Hit the big blue button that says become a supporter, I think it is.
It's only $4.99 a month, guys. Go ahead and hit that support button. But let's go ahead to your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Yep, got you Kevin Hanley here in the 110 machine, starting in P1 with Jarrett Bolliard to his outside in the 97 machine. Ty Williams and Devin Butts in the 2nd row with the 42 and 47 machines. John Lopresto and Chris Vogel in the 157 and 2 machines on that 3rd row. 4th row is going to be McLean Boudon and Scott King in the 17 and the 23. And then the 5th row is going to be Kendall Tucker and Brian Hubert in the 00 machine and the 20 machine. That is position 9 and 10, respectively. Position 11 will be Mike Keegan in the 92 machine with Russell Berry in the 084 machine in position 12. Position 13, 14, and 16 did not grid. That is Brendan Steele, Bruce Lucius, and Travis Oldfield. And Jeffrey Herrick is rounding out the field of drivers that are on track in the 49 machine, gridded 15, but has moved up to P13.
Well, you know one thing right now, Kevin Hanley sits 5th in points, and Mike Keegan sits 4th in points. He's going to start in the back of the field, and we're only taking top 4 out of the 12-lap beam.
Oh, there you go. See, how do you get past the security guard all the time, Steve?
I'm small, skinny, slide right in through, and we're racing. It's a Thunderbird threat from down under. We're racing.
All right, bit of enthusiasm right there. You make sure you're not doing that in race control, because you might upset some of these drivers. John Lepresto on the inside of Ty Williams down into turn number 3 and 4. Lepresto keeping it all 4 wheels down there. Oh, look out! Contact Lepresto upside down and hanging from the catch fence. He's just hanging about.
Oh, wow. Big mess at the back of the field there. A lot of drivers getting together trying to fight for those spots. I think you were right, Stephen. There's a lot of fast drivers in the back trying to fight their way through, and they're not finding the room they need.
Definitely didn't find the room that they needed. I mean, it all it takes is one mistake, and it could be good or bad for the driver. As you look right now, your 3-time world thunder. Ooh.
Say that again?
Never mind, I lied. Anyway, void that one. Mike Keegan currently in 9th.
I get the feeling you sort of just paid Jimmy off the security guard to let you win, and I think I'm getting a tap on my shoulder just to take a quick wheel down to the ramp and go back into the production truck where I belong.
Hey, look at Scott King in that 5th spot. As we still got lights out, our lights are still on the base truck. Kevin Hanley and the 110 machine. He's been driving every Sunday night in the super late models, the B series, the pro late models. He's been having a good run with the World Thunder Racing League. And you know, really where I got to meet Kevin Hanley was from the Dirty Old Bastards League that runs during the week.
Yeah, every Wednesday and Thursday night. So,
yes,
what are you doing after this, Steve?
Well, it's called maybe going to sleep,
Boo.
but you know, boo. But maybe I'll stay up. We'll just see how tired I am. Lights are out on the base truck. We're going to double them up. Kevin Hanley and Jarrett Boyard. No, it's telling them single file, so they're going to single file on the restart. Jarrett Boyard is 2nd, Ty Williams 3rd, Brian Hubert, and 4th, Scott King, and Kendall Tucker at 6. All right, guys, y'all have fun the rest of the race. I just want to stop.
No, gotta get Jimmy the security guard to get a set of handcuffs or something on you. Maybe just try and take down the power. Here we go, green flag. Set to fly once again here off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Kevin Hanley gets on the fun pedal. We'll go down into turn number 1 and 2. Bolyard looking to the middle of the racetrack. Keep an eye on Kendall Tucker. Look at him rail the top side around the outside of Scott King, I believe that is. In the 118 machine as here comes Tucker right through the guts of turn number 3 and 4. 3 deep. Oh, look out. Scott King got caught up involved in that one, and keep an eye on Mike Keegan as well.
Yeah, lots of drivers getting together in the midfield as these front 2 runners try to run away from the pack. Still some more contact indeed as they come down the front stretch. Cars in the back of the field getting turned around, more cars getting eliminated. There's only 4 spots moving on, and right now that's about half the field still running.
The 4 drivers, Jared Bolyard, Kevin Hanley, Kendall Tucker, and Mike Keegan. Now Tucker and Keegan, they both hold World Championship licenses. Now Keegan and Tucker, they have certainly got their work cut out from that. Have to come from positions, I believe, in a 23 car field. It'll be 21 and 23, so still a lot of work to do to come from the back of the bus in tonight's main event, but no doubt you see the 00 for Swindell Speed Lab. Kendall Tucker right now, he'll be using this time in preparation to set that car up for the main event. Look at the run. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Kevin Tucker looking good on that low line, but maybe not finding the speed that he needs to get around Kevin Hanley in that 110 machine. Right now, the top three really close in running order, and I mean, we might see a challenge for position here coming into the last couple of laps of this B main event.
He's going to make this bottom side work off a turn number 4. No, he just slid up there, but well done to Jared Bolyard, your winner in tonight's second B main. Kevin Hanley home in second. Kendall Tucker makes it the top 3, and then you go back to Mike Keegan in position number 4. Everybody else, bit of bragging rights. They'll pack it up on the haulers. And, well, if they're members of the Wings Only Racing League, they'll take the quick trip out to, not so much, I don't even know how long. How long does it take to get from Volusia to Fairbury?
Google Maps. Hold on. Okay, Google.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to say let me Google that for you, but you're going to do the work, so I'll let you Google that for me. But anyhow, we'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and come back in just a few moments' time.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
On behalf of the World Thunder iRacing League, Daniel Passmore, BJ Duvall, and myself, Stephen McMillan, we want to thank the people working the front lines to serve our hospitals, our grocery stores, gas stations, first responders, and military personnel. Remember, it will take every one of us to get through this pandemic. Continue practicing social distancing, and together we'll get through this. God bless each and every one of you. And we hope you will tune in every Sunday night for the DirtFan.com iRacing series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Alright, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the DirtFan.com World of Thunder Racing League 410 Winged Sprint Cars, live tonight for the third and final time here from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Jesse Paint. It is now time for our main event before we get into our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Of course, a big thanks to our sponsors, big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. Don't forget to check them out on all their social media pages. Give them a like, give them a follow. While you're there, check out our Facebook and YouTube channel. We are live across both. And of course, we are live as well on the DirtFan.com and World of Thunder Racing League Facebook pages as well. It's time to go trackside for your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's 30-lap A main event. Now again, the top 6 positions will be jumbled around a little bit, and well, we can tell you starting on pole in car number 73, it's Brett Makowski. To his outside in car number 90 for Black Diamond Motorsports, that'll be Trevor Royer. Inside your second row, driving the Trevor Green Racing Adred Radiators, number 11 of Harry Stewart will start position 3 to his outside. In car 25 for Elbows Up Sim Sports, that'll be Richie Preston. Position number 5 is going to be James Grace in the 269 machine. The Black Diamond Motorsports 1X of Mason Hannigan starts position number 6. 7th on the screen on back is going to be correct. David Hallett and Miles Jansen in row 4. Trey Schmidt and Brian Johnson in row 5. Row 6 will be Alex Studinger and Josh Flood. Row 7, Tyler Ducharme and DB3, Dave Barra III. Out of positions 13 and 14. Brett Rolls out of position 15. David Harleman out of position number 16. Jarrett Bolyard position 17. Peyton Grease out of position 18. Kevin Hanley out of position 19. Chris Fisher rounds out the top 20. And the final 3 starters, Kendall Tucker for Swindell Speed Lab in the 00 machine. And then Timothy Smith in car 37 out of position 22. With the X-Man, Mike Keegan, kind of an only 2 for Team SETI, starting position number 23. The field is set. Jesse, who do you like in this one?
Well, let's take a look. Not as many black licenses showing up this week as previous weeks, so maybe a chance for some of our less experienced drivers to get a chance at a good podium spot.
Still a good strength of field, though.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to do the math for us
No.
while I cover this out? Yeah, no. Yeah,
I'm going to say around the 40, about 4,000, 4,100, somewhere around there, I reckon.
Looking through it, I'm seeing a lot more variance. I mean, I'm seeing a lot more lower numbers and a lot more way higher numbers. So it's interesting. I mean, you'd really have to do the math to know for sure.
You're going to make me do it, aren't you? You're not going to make me, but I'm going to make myself
I'm
do
not
it.
letting you off the hook. You're going to do it, yeah.
All right,
Yeah, as
tell you
these
what,
drivers get
I'll
ready to
do some
the full line.
calculations. I'll do calculations and...
Yeah, Mason Hannigan leading off the field. Hopefully he can remember where his gas pedal is and he can get the car around the track for all 35 of these laps. That's 30 laps plus 5 laps to get gridded up, get our 4 wide salute here as they get formed up and into that 4 wide salute. The greatest, what is it that you say? Greatest sight in all of motorsports
the greatest
here.
sight in all of motorsports.
Right here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
What do we got? 23 drivers. Holy!
That is correct.
5,359.
I think they're doing a good job compared to those dirt late models.
What was that strength of
They're all
field?
strong. Sorry, what was that?
5,359 strength of field. I calculated here.
Yeah, 4,900 for the late models.
Oh, hang on.
So yeah,
No,
your
no,
calculation.
No, that's incorrect. Hold up. I had a fat finger syndrome moment.
All right, well you get the correct numbers out, and yeah, it was 4,900 for the national late model. So if we get above that, then now you've got 4 wide salute going on, and you can get us some images of those for the stream. They're gonna form out, get ready to grid up for the race here now. Mason. Hold on, let me get my live timing right here. Hannigan starting in that 6th spot as he is a leader in points, I believe. So, 73 machine of Brett Mikowski. Yes, Brett Mikowski leading the field with Trevor Royer to his outside.
That's better. Ready? Now, what did I say about
Yeah,
4,000, 4,100? I said 4,000 at start, right? 3,993.
So that's nearly 1,000 less than the national late models.
1,000 less, but still one less car. But more importantly, again, how close I was without actually doing the math on it until I did the math.
Yeah, you're a really good guesstimator. That's calling in the industry.
My
Great
guesstimations.
guesstimations.
Yes. My guesstimations were on point.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you need.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our 30-lap A main event here at the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series, presented by World of Thunder Racing League. 23 starters, 30 laps on the board, 30 green flag laps. who will park it in victory lane here on this Sunday evening. Our main event about to start. Let's get dirty for 30 as we are green here at the Volusia Speedway Park in Mikowski. All four wheels are in the moisture on the exit of turn number 4. We go down into 1 and 2. Stewart working the bottom side. Preston through the middle. Look at the little hurricane of Mason handing it up on the top side of the racetrack. Royer back to position 2. Working the top side. Here comes Stewart in the Adred Radiators number 4 for Trevor Green Racing.
Yeah, watching Mikowski here in the top spot. He's got a comfortable lead staying on that bottom line, but they're 3 wide right now for P2 as they get collected up in the back stretch. Yeah, and we got a yellow flag out for the first time in this feature race.
Your points leader, Mason Hannigan. Let's take a look first time tonight at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. I'm just trying to think or just trying to see who that might have been. It might have been James Grace in the 269 machine. Yeah, it was. Now, Hannigan just come off the cushion, and because the cushion is so thin upstairs, you really lose traction out of turn 4. The wall closes up, and he just caught a piece of the wall, and it shot him down the racetrack. Poor old James Grace, nowhere to go on that exchange, and unfortunately for him, well, he's going to find himself back on pit road. He's going to be on the virtual hook, and unfortunately for that 269, he is done and dusted.
Unfortunately, that might have been a situation where Hannigan actually gave us a little bit too much throttle coming out of turn 4, clipping the wall. So, maybe pull it back, go the other direction a little bit. Proud of you for finishing your heat there, but maybe tone it down.
Well, it's just so difficult sometimes that when you come off a turn number 4 here, the wall closes up. It's so different to turns 1 and 2 where it's it's a really wide sweeping turn, and like I said, it doesn't go into a straightaway. As you come out of turn 2, you pretty much got to continue up on that arc shape. Like I said, it's more of a D-shaped racetrack if anything. So look,
right,
these things happen at this type of racetrack, but again, this is what separates the men from the boys.
Yeah, and this track is changing constantly for these drivers. So the outside wall that they were able to dodge on lap 2, they might not be able to dodge the same way on lap 27. So they're going to have to adapt. They're going to have to pay attention to the changes in the track, and they're going to have to stay out of that wall for 30 consecutive times, and that's not an easy task to do.
No, it's not. So 3 in the books, 27 still to run. Here in the main event of the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series presented by World of Thunder Racing League. We're about to go back to green here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. It's Brett Mikowski once again waiting till he gets to those yellow tyres there on the exit of turn number 4. The green flag is out. We're back underway. Oh, look out. Royer to the inside wall. Stewart dancing upstairs. He's dancing with the devil up on the top side. We'll see what he does into turns 3 and 4. He rails the cushion, but he blinks out. So Royer's going to move up as here comes Richie Preston.
Yeah, Richie Preston showing that he's got something on that outside line for Mikowski. He might be able to pull something out and get up into that first spot. The top 3, Ducharme, Preston, and Mikowski, all just within a pin's reach of each other. I mean, these 3 guys are really fighting for these podium spots. Yeah,
unfortunately for Stewart as well, he's blinked out enough, and well, I'm not sure whether he's lost connection to the serve, but unfortunately these things happen for the driver of the Trevor Green Adred Radiators number 4 machine. But now Mikowski and Preston. Mikowski slides up as here comes Ducharme. You remember Ducharme over the past month or so, he's been super quick in a sprint car. It's almost as if it's like these 2 cars, sprint cars and super late models, you know what you're going to get from the driver from Slick Sim Sports, and it's going to the front right now. He'll go through the middle, cut it down to the inside on the exit of turn number 2. The race is on for the lead. Mikowski and Ducharme nearly side by side. They'll go side by side into turn number 3. Ducharme, he slides up, and Mikowski right up on the outside. Concrete wall, but Tyler Ducharme has the lead.
Yeah, Ducharme pushing Mikowski out of the way and securing that lower line and able to get up into that first spot. He is very talented in that 3rd and 4th turn, so that's where he made that move, and he was able to just pull out and get that gap formed and pull away from Mikowski here as he looks very comfortable in that first spot for Ducharme.
Well, going back to the battle between 5th, 6th, and 7th, and we actually will throw in 4th as well. Trey Schmidt up on the top side, Grease through the middle, Heilemann down low, and then Trevor Royer upstairs as well. Tell you what, Peyton Grease has found something in the 55 machine, and he's passed 3 cars. Trey Schmidt, David Harleman and Trevor Royer in the space of 2 circuits. In fact, it was less than 2 circuits. And right now, the 55, he is starting to get a move on towards the front of the field. We're closing in on half race distance, but look who was upstairs just at the right time. Is that Wicked Energy Gum, number 49 for Slick Sim Sports. And here comes the Swindell Speed Lab, 00 of Kendall Tucker from the back.
Yeah, he's making a charge in that P7 spot towards Trey Schmidt, and he's going to get that done pretty quickly as Heilman is next on his list. Everybody up here in the P3 through P6 spots all fighting for this last podium position. There's only one person that's going to get it. The P2 and P1 drivers P1 drivers checked out. P2 still in contention, but P3 on back is anybody's game.
Certainly is Holloman and Kendall Tucker upstairs again into turn number 1 and 2. This is why they know how to get to the front. They are very, very experienced at the moment. Grease on the low side, holding off David Harleman. Richie Preston holding on to position number 3 still at the moment. Down to the inside, there goes Grease, but he's not going to have it at the start-finish line. That time by, we're halfway home. 15 down, 15 to run, and here comes Harleman for all those 6 Harlemaniacs that he's got.
Yeah, now we're starting to watch the track start to develop here as these drivers start tracking in the lower and higher lines, starting to find some differences in their lines and starting to change their approaches to these corners. Which drivers are going to adapt, which drivers are going to find the speed the quickest, and which ones are going to be able to capitalize, we're going to find out.
Preston still working down low into turn number 3 and 4 as Harleman gets by him into turn number 1 and 2. So move Harleman up to P3. P4 is now Kendall Tucker. And so many times over the past 6 weeks of racing 410 wing sprint cars, whether it be on a Sunday night or whether it be on a Thursday night with the dirty old bastards, Kendall Tucker has proven, he has shown time after time at why he can start from anywhere on this racetrack, any position, and come the end of the feature event that he is going to be towards the front of the field. He's up on the top side. He's running the cushion all the way around the half a mile of a racetrack. He goes from 4th to 2nd. He gets the daily double down into turn number 3 this time by Kendall Tucker. And now a 2-second gap back to Tyler Ducharme. I tell you what, I want a yellow just to make the final 9 laps very interesting to see if Ducharme can hang on. But right now, Kendall Tucker, he's in fact eating into the distance right now. It was down to 1.8.
Yeah.
Oh boy, just right on cue. Couldn't ask for a better timing on that one. I kind of feel bad for Ducharme asking for it, but I want to see what Tucker and Ducharme can do along with David Holman. How about Brett Makowski as well, the pole sitter, still holding down a top 3 spot. And you think of the likes of the drivers that are around him. All 3 drivers, Ducharme, Tucker, and Heilemann, all hold World Championship Pro licenses.
Yes, that's right, Brett. And these drivers are extremely experienced in the highest level of competition on this service. So, I mean, it doesn't get more talented than what we're seeing tonight outside of the official iRacing professional session. So, it's a high level of competition here tonight, and you're exactly right. This race here at the end on the sharp part of this grid is going to develop into something really special. We better buckle up and get ready to watch how this is going to play out.
Yeah, there'll be 9 laps left to run, and there is your leader on screen. As you see, Slick Sim Sports on the front side of the front wing. They're down on the graphics. JDR Graphics, number 25 machine. Seen the evolution of Tyler Ducharme in sprint cars to get, I think from memory, he saw the first win or first podium in World of Thunder competition, I want to say about 2 or 3 seasons ago. That's how long, and albeit he's come from late models. He ran some asphalt stuff as well, but to come over to the sprint car side of things and be fairly quick at picking up, getting up to speed in these cars, it's just been so fantastic to watch. And well, we'll see if he can hang on here, because he's got 9 laps left to do so, and we're 4.5 miles away from victory. That's just going down to the corner shop and getting a bite to eat.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that Ducharme might have his work cut out for him if he sticks to that lower line and Tucker continues to pull on that upper line as they come to the green flag here. Ducharme getting a huge run off the start on Tucker. Tucker up on that outside line. He's going to pull a gap between him and Mikowski. But Heilman's following him up on that higher line. I watched Heilman earlier pick that higher line after he saw Kendall Tucker flying by him on his outside. So we'll see if those two can hook up and maybe get a top 2 spot out of this. But Ducharme seems checked out at the moment.
Yeah, we're watching the battle second through to fifth, on screen as Ducharme, a 1.2 second advantage, will round things up here over Kendall Tucker, and Tucker has just not got the same speed as what he had before the yellow, so maybe that yellow, a break in what Tyler Ducharme needed, although he had over a 2 second gap. It's now out to 1.13, so very similar lap times. Tucker was half a tenth quicker, but again, you know, it's the consistency right now from Tyler Ducharme, and he is just ticking the boxes, ticking the laps off one by one, and, well, he's doing so right through the middle, and that's pretty much safety guarantee. That's safety first. He's nowhere near the inside or outside concrete wall, nowhere near the cushion, and he's just playing defense at the moment, but while doing that, he's been able to move clear again.
Yeah, I mean, that safe line is really helpful around this track when it starts getting all bumpy down those straights like it is right now. So I don't fault him one bit for just taking the safe line and low-risk maneuvers. That's the mark of a champion. Certainly
is. 3 laps left to run here in the main event tonight. And have a look at Tucker. He is coming now. That was nearly 0.2 of a second quicker. And if he does that over the next 3 laps, we are set for an absolute bell ringer of a finish as we go into 3 and 4. He's found something. He's up on the wheel now. That time by again, it was another 10th and a half. 2 to run for Tyler Ducharme. The nerve starting to get to him. He'll find himself now 1 circuit away from victory lane, but it's not coming at all. It's not coming all too easy because here he comes, Kendall Tucker on the top side. The white flag is out. 1 lap left to run. You can see the Swindell Speed Lab right rear on the cushion all the way through 1 and 2, but into turns 3, out of turn number 4. Here's a last effort, but he's not going to get there. Tyler Ducharme wins just ahead of Kendall Tucker. How about the battle for 3rd and 4th? Brent Mikowski will come home in position number 3 just by half a tenth of a second. Back to David Heilemann in 4th, and Peyton Grease going to round out the top 5. Then you go back to Alex Studing, Richie Preston, Trey Schmidt, Mike Keegan, Brett Rolls. Let's look at the donuts from, well, there he is, from Tyler Ducharme. And we'll go back 11th, Trevor Royer, Brian Johnson, Miles Jansen, Jarrett Bolyard, Kevin Hanley. Then we go back to David Hullett, Timothy Smith, Josh Flood, Dave Byro, Chris Fisher, Harry Stewart, Mason Hannigan, and James Grace. The 23 starters and 23 finishers or non-finishers in tonight's main event.
Wow, what an event. I mean, that finish between P3 and P4, Mikowski and Heilemann, 3 1,000ths of a second between the two of them on that P3 finish. Just super close. I really thought Heilemann was going to be able to get it on that outside line, but he ended up bumping the wall in turns 1 and 2 on that last lap, so didn't get it done.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's go down to victory lane and chat to the driver that comes home at first place, and obviously a nervous final couple laps for this driver, but a well-deserved victory for this driver, Tyler Ducharme. Tyler, congratulations on the victory. I got to ask you, were you nervous in those last couple of laps?
I saw him starting behind me there on that last restart, and I saw it was coming. Obviously, he started behind me. I was like, I came from deep, so if he came from further behind me, I'm like, he's got to be rolling. And David said he's running the top, and I was like, I'm not even going to risk bothering up there. I'm comfortable where I am, and I kind of got to a lead there, and I saw him coming. I just like, you know what? I mean, if he gets me, he gets me, but I'm not moving my line. I'm just going to stay right where I am. And, if he gets me, it is what it is. He outdrove me, but, I'm glad we were able to hang on there. Believe it or not, that's one of my only fucking sprint car wins here. So, that's cool to get my first one. So, it was a lot of fun out there.
Track was pretty good for being such a black track. You know, you guys are able to roll the bottom and the middle as well, and then the likes of Heidelman and Tucker, a couple of other drivers were able to work that top side. It looked like it was going to be a hell of a race between you and Kendall Tucker had there been another 5 laps.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him coming. I was like, man, I was glad it was 30 laps, not 35, because I thought David was coming too, and Brett was right there with him as well. So I was like, I just want the thing to stay green for 30, and I think I can get it. And I was nervous when the first caution came out because I saw Kendall got to second. I thought it was David behind him, but I was like, oh, this is gonna be tough. Kendall's one of the best in everything he gets in. So to be able to beat Kendall and all them guys means a lot to me. And to come as deep as I did and get to the lead as quick, that meant a lot to me as well.
13th to first, passing 12 cars and doing it at what looked to be very easy. But Tyler, congratulations on this victory. We'll let you get out of it and let you celebrate. And before we let you go, of course, sponsors on this race car, people behind the scenes, who makes it happen for you?
I just gotta give a big thanks to JD Laird for all the paint schemes he's done for us this year, and him and Joel, they really put their minds together on some of the cars, and they came out awesome. Check them guys out for everyone watching, and Slick Sim Sport and everyone over there. I gotta thank David, because if it wasn't for David, I wouldn't be here right now. That guy is an absolute genius, and he just sends me what, and I drive it. So I'm very lucky. And just everyone, all of our teammates, Lewis, Joel, Hauser, just everybody over there that gets the job done.
All right, there we go. That was Tyler Ducharme there, your winner from the Volusia Speedway Park. I'll chat to the driver that comes home in second spot tonight, Kendall Tucker. Kendall, well, I want to say a lap too short of where you wanted to be, but 21st up to position number 2. What a drive from you in that double O machine.
Yeah, just we definitely could have had a shot at the win right there. Just driver screwed up on the restart. He just forgot how to restart on a slick track, evidently. Just full throttled it, and just car got out from under me. So then I jumped the cushion going into one the first 2 laps after that restart. So I think he put me by a second behind after all that. But I think one more lap, we probably could have got by him right there.
Kind of a double-edged sword, but that had that mistake not happened on the restarter, and also jumping the cushion, it almost looked like it took you sort of 2 or 3 laps to finally regain your momentum up on the top side.
Yeah, I went a little heavier on fuel than I'd like to have. I thought the race was 35 green instead of 30, so just the fuel started burning off right there, especially after that last caution. The car got super tight, so I think that might have been why I jumped it. Just the car just took off to the wall, so I had to move the wing forward a little bit and had to get it back up on there on the cushion right there. But just like I said, just if I would have made them 2 mistakes, I think we could have got it. Just how it goes.
Yeah, well, you know what? You take the good with the bad, and you take the bad with the good, but it's not all bad because second place, it's still nothing to hang your head about, considering that you had to come from the B main and start position 21 in this field tonight. Kendall, we'll let you get out of here and we'll let you celebrate a quiet second place. But before we let you go, of course, sponsors on the race car again, people behind you, who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, just all my guys over at Swindell Speed Lab for always getting a fast piece underneath of me, and just K1 Race Gear, Bell Helmet, South Bay Partners, HMS Motorsport, and Racing Electronics. And I got to thank ML Performance for coming on board, and thanks to Steven for the league, and thanks to you for the broadcast.
All right, Kendall Tucker there home in second place. Jesse, I believe you caught up with our third place runner, Brett Mikowski.
Brett Mikowski, congratulations on your P3 finish. How are you?
I'm doing great. Had a good night.
Yeah, great job playing defense to Heilman there behind you to fend off for that third spot. How difficult was it to keep him behind you?
It was tough. The only time I really felt like I blocked him was on coming off of 4 there. I just kind of moved up a little bit, but I was running the very bottom at the beginning there, and then I seen that one guy went by me, and I moved up about a lane, and I kind of just stayed there the whole time. Heilman was definitely better, and so was the other 2 guys, but just kind of held my own and ran a good, smooth race.
Yes, a solid performance, absolutely. Anything that you'd like to have done differently during that performance?
No, I mean, these guys are good. I'll be honest with you, this is my first time back since when I first got the game about a year ago. I ran, and these guys were way too good for me, and couple of the TSR guys told me to jump into this tonight, so it ran a little bit better than I thought I would, and I'm just happy to come out with a third. I think the car was good. I just think them guys are just better.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, and also welcome back. And let's ask you: do you have any sponsors, any shout outs that you'd like to plug on stream before we let you go?
Yeah, for sure. Kyle Snosky is my main guy that wrenches. Jeremy Halsky Heating and Air, Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, SprintCarUnlimited.com, Beer Hill Gang, and Beer Hill Gang TV.
All right. Thank you, Brett, and congratulations.
Yep, thank you guys.
All right, Brett Mikowski there, home in third place. Again, recapping your top three, as you can see up the top of the screen. Tyler Deschamps, your winner, Kendall Tucker home in second, and Brett Mikowski home in third. Jesse, thank you again for your support here on Sunday night again for the DirtFan.com and World of Thunder series. It's been a blast having you in the booth once again, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Brett. It's always a pleasure.
All right, that'll wrap us up here for the 3 series that I've done, 4 series, including what Steve has done earlier on in the day. So 4 series, the Super Late Model B Series, the Pro Late Model Fixed Setup Series, the Super Late Model National Series. Apparently, Siri wants to try and talk to me while I'm broadcasting, and the 410 Winged Sprint Car Series as well. Big thanks to DirtFan.com and, of course, World of Thunder Racing League. Of course, big thanks to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, Critical Hit Baits, DirtFan.com, ISBC Broadcasting, and iRace Wraps. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, and on behalf of your broadcast team tonight, Steve McMillan was here for a couple of times, and of course Jesse Pate and myself, Brett Wheeler, we say farewell and good night from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park.